Sup, everybody, man? It's your boy, Mr. Dugai, coming at y'all with another live, man. First off, thanks everybody for tuning in to your boy another week, yo. First off, hope everybody out there is safe. Look like in certain areas things starting to open up a little bit. Just the first phase of everything. Hope everybody's staying safe, man. And doing well. And healthy. And still making, their honest living. A lot to get into, man. Obviously, The Last Dance just had the final episode of The Last Dance. I recently did a video on what I think about when it comes to the whole LeBron James, Michael Jordan debate. Um, NFL is kind of at a little quiet point right now, man. Just kind of sitting in limbo. A couple of teams, are allowed to go out there and and practice and stuff of that nature. But NBA, we still waiting to see if we're gonna have a season. Basically, MLB look like we will have them, but it's just a matter of time of the players and the owners agreeing, to what the money situation gonna be like. And obviously, man, college football recruiting still going on. LSU still getting a couple of recruits out there. The SEC has a big meeting planned. I think in a few days, matter of fact, to see if they're gonna start going back to the facilities and stuff of that nature. But overall, man, a lot to get into, man. And glad that each and every one of you are here to join me again for another week, man. I'm just talking sports, man, and get our mind off of all this pandemic stuff going on. What's up, Crimson Brave? Appreciate you tuning in here, dude. Guy, what's going on, man? Glad you could be back again, yo. What's up, Chandler Highs? Appreciate you tuning in. What's going on with you, yo? What's up, Lenny D? Appreciate you tuning in. What up, Mr. Dugai? Hey, glad you could be here again, bro. What's up, Corey Broster? Appreciate you tuning in. You took fat for bro. Hey, my bad, man. My bad, man. But hey, we hit die, man. We hit die, yo. What's up, Gay City Blue Devil? Appreciate you tuning in. What's happening, Mr. Dugai? What's going on? What's up, Philly B? What's up, bro? What's going on, man? Whoa, my Centaurs, brother. Hey, appreciate you tuning into the live, bro. Really appreciate that, yo. I thought it was 7 p.m. Central Time, man. My bad. I probably didn't clarify that, but I get on at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 Central, 5 Pacific, man. I apologize. And we're happy you're on. Hey, I'm glad y'all here, man. I greatly appreciate y'all being here, yo. What's up, Roger Hernandez? Appreciate you tuning in. You and Laura Brunson need to do a live stream together. Hey, I'm all down for it, man. I'm down, man. Hey, that guy's amazing, man. He got great, great, great content, man. Y'all give Laura Brunson a follow too, yo. Hey, if ever he down, I'm down, man. Follow back on the gram. I got you, bro. As soon as I get off of here, I'm gonna go check it out, man. As a Cowboys fan, I'm really excited for the Browns and Cardinal game because Kyler and Baker from Texas, Cowboys Nation. That's what's up, man. I think Kyler is like way better though, in my opinion. I think Kyler is way better. I'm interested to see how the Cardinals do this season, man. DeAndre Hopkins over there now. Kenyon Drake, Larry Fitzgerald still over there, not only playing but still producing. They got some pieces defensively. Patrick Peterson, Chandler Jones. They got Isaiah Simmons, Jordan Hicks. Um, yeah, man. That's a very intriguing team. But I think Arizona going. I think they play on a Monday night too, so that should be pretty exciting also. And as far as Cowboy Nation, man, fly Eagles fly. I don't like y'all, can't stand y'all, man. Me and my brother had a disagreement about the GOAT convo, and I've been telling people LeBron could never catch MJ because of the 2011 finals. Exactly, man. To me, that's the thing that separates them, that makes it the gap extremely wide, and that LeBron cannot surpass Jordan, man. one thing, LeBron, got a lot of things going on. I won't be so critical of him of his overall finals record as I know a lot of people gonna be because I mean, facing most of the time his team was not the better team. But it was in 2011. I'm a Heat fan, so like I vividly remember that. And the way he went out there, man, and just fell short, man. Like he just really, sat behind the wings and just try to let Wade, do it all. If the Heat were to win that series, Dwayne Wade would have been the Finals MVP. So yeah, that one thing I could say about Jordan, Jordan wouldn't have went out like that. Like Jordan wouldn't have went out like that. Jordan gonna go 0 for 50 before he go out there and be extremely passive, in any game of that matter. Like better yet, the finals. So and it wasn't just one game, it was the whole series he was that way, yo. So yeah, like to me, that ends the whole debate, just with that alone, that 2011 finals. Who will win the MVP of the NFL? Personally, I hope it's LeBron. I mean, not LeBron. Personally, I hope it's Carson Wentz, obviously. But I mean, right now, if you had to put money on it, I mean, a lot of people will go Patrick Mahomes again. Reigning Super Bowl MVP. Probably. Well, no, I won't say that because Lamar Jackson had an amazing season last year. But he got people forget Patrick Mahomes was injured, in the middle of the season where he missed a few games, yo. So the Kansas City Chiefs obviously got a lot of weapons. They got great coaching. I love that Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Shout out to LSU. Is gonna be over there now. So me, I will go Patrick Mahomes. I mean, I know that seems like low hanging fruit, but that just seems like the obvious pick right now. But I like my boy Carson Wentz. I feel like these weapons prove to be reliable. And it's the fact that they got speed. I think they're gonna be. He got a real chance to really go out there, and do his thing to be the MVP. Of course, he got to stay healthy because all you try to tell me that he get hurt like every 5 minutes. So I got to factor that in it too. LeBron James to Cowboys. My cousin actually just called me like before I came on and was telling me a story about that. I haven't seen it, but I mean, I wouldn't put it. I mean, he put didn't Jerry draft Rico Gathers? He's a Louisiana native. Played basketball at Baylor. Didn't play football since high school, and they drafted him as a tight end. So if they would have took a chance on Rico Gathers, I'm more than sure Jerry Jones would have been willing to take a chance on LeBron James if LeBron was, mutually interested in playing football. As crazy as that sounds. What's up, Trey Lorenz? Appreciate you tuning in. I'm afraid with the moves they made, and we didn't. Cowgirls winning the division, and I miss your last three lives. How you been doing, bro? Hey, first up, man, glad you could make it tonight. I've been doing good. Very, very glad you could make it, yo. Appreciate you tuning in. Um, I mean, on paper, like the thing with Dallas is on paper, they always like a talented team. I never could remember the last time you look on paper where they just had no talent. Like what maybe back when what they had Quincy Carter at quarterback, maybe. But ever since then they've always had talent. One thing I gotta give Jerry Jones is that he does keep talent. The problem is not talent that meshes together. And as far as they moves, I mean, it's some solid moves, but I feel like his move. I think they tried to make some things happen at the defensive tackle position with McCoy, drafting Gallimore out of Oklahoma and Dontari Poe. But I mean, the other moves they made, they basically replaced players. Now you would think that CeeDee Lamb would be more productive than an older Randall Cobb, so I give him that. But I mean, Tyler Baidez, I can't say he's going to be a better center than Travis Frederick. Trayvon Diggs, I can't say he's going to be a better cornerback, than Byron Jones. You would think Ha Clinton Dix would be a better safety than Jeff Heat. But I mean, Ha Clinton Dix has kind of been bouncing around the last couple of years. So yeah, I mean, they made some nice moves with the Eagles. I like the fact that we under the radar. I think we made some good moves as far as Javon Hargraves to go along with Fletcher Cox and Malik Jackson could really create pressure up the middle. I still would like us to get one more DN, whether it's an Everson Griffin or somebody like that. Clearly, it looks like we're not going after Clowney. Getting some young linebackers. I know they're not great, but they're young. Getting Darius Slade was a huge upgrade. And the wide receivers, man. Marquise Goodwin has speed, the rookies. And plus, hopefully, you get a healthy Deshaun and Alshon back. And with Wentz coming back again, I mean, I'm ready. Let's get it on. Let's get it on. It should be a lot of fun. What's up, Conru girl? Appreciate you tuning in. What up? Your thoughts on the NFL players arrested for robbery? Oh man, I just shook my head, yo. I'm noticing more details are coming out. I try to like with stuff like that. I try to kind of not really jump on it too quick because you got to kind of let the due process, especially stuff like that. But just from off of the information that I've seen so far, I mean, it's really sad, honestly. It's sad. I'm not gonna sit here and make fun of them and ha ha you dummies or none of that. But for me, it's sad because it's like, you guys, Dunbar been in the league what, a couple of years. DeAndre Baker is what, second year from. I know him well because he was a star corner at Georgia. And it's just, I don't understand it, man. Like, I don't understand if this the mentality, that you've been around, the environment you've been around all your life, and you just feel like you got to get back into that type of mindset of trying to show people, your toughness, your hoodness, which I think at this point in your life is unnecessary. With you being a first round draft pick, and a young guy just starting your career, I know you didn't have a great year, but he was a starting corner as a rookie for the New York Giants. And for you to get involved in some stuff like that, man, it's kind of head scratching. Clearly they had to turn themselves in. At first they tried to come out and say they didn't do it. We'll see. Obviously everything is going to play out, but if he did what he allegedly is accused, what they are allegedly accused of, it's really sad, yo. It's really sad, and a lot of these guys like need more guidance and need to make better decisions, yo. Because I know what it's like as far as when you grow up, you kind of it's certain things you believe in or certain things that you follow, certain codes of conduct that you portray and go along with as you're growing up. But then when you get a certain age, which those guys are still young, obviously, but for me, when it's like you have kids, or you have bills, or you have your own house, or whatever to keep track of, jobs, like you kind of pull away from some of those, those things you kind of, came up on. But unfortunately, with some people, in our community, they don't never pull away from that, regardless of how much money they have, how much fame, how much opportunity is presented for them. They don't pull away from that. So best thing for me, man, just to pray for these guys and just hope if they get through this that they never do nothing like this again. Eagles left side of O-line going to struggle all year. Robert NFL, Ed Oliver. I don't think 49ers will be great 8-8. Kyler Murray, my second favorite QB. Uh, as far as the left side of the O line, I won't say it's gonna struggle, but clearly it's not as strong as the right side. Well, from the center to the right side, Jason Kelsey, Brandon Brooks, and Lane Johnson are all elite. That's probably the best center to right tackle trio in the whole NFL. And the left side, obviously, Isaac Seumalo is a young guy, and obviously we throwing Andre Dillon into the fire. Seumalo, believe it or not, actually played better than people give him credit for. I went back watching him a little bit. He had a really bad game against Atlanta. Atlanta, he just got owned. You know what I'm saying? But besides that game, he actually was okay. The rest of the season. Especially considering the fact, man, Brandon Brooks obviously at the end of the year went out. He missed one game due to his anxiety issues. Lane Johnson obviously, missed games down the stretch. But I think that he played well. Now, Andre Dillard, obviously, that is a question mark. A former first round pick. Me personally, I was upset last year. I felt like whenever Jason Peters went out for a couple of games with an injury and Dillard went out there, I felt like we should have left him out there. You know what I'm saying? Instead of trying to associate move him to right tackle, like leaving my dad left tackle and just let him get his feet wet and learn on the fly. But now and there's still this talk about Jason Peters and all this other stuff, which I love JP, man. JP is an Eagles Hall of Famer. But dude, come on, man. Let the young man, let us see what Dillard could do or can't do. If he goes out there and he sucks, hey, we could get another tackle next year or the year after or whatever. But let's find out because we really can't sit there and say if he's really good or not. We know he's not good at right tackle. We know he don't want to play right tackle. But left tackle, like a position he's played basically all his life, like let's see what he could do. So I mean, I don't know. I'm not gonna sit there and say we're gonna struggle. It's not gonna be as good as the other side. But I got faith and belief in that. Jeff Stoutland is a very, very, good offensive line coach. And as far as Ed Oliver, man, another situation, man. Like, I mean, guys, just got to make better decisions, man. We all do, not just them, man. You see them. The problem with them when they make bonehead decisions is in the spotlight. We all make bad decisions, but they just got to make better decisions, man. 49ers, I actually agree to a certain extent that I don't think they'll be nowhere as good as they were last year. I don't know if I'm gonna go 8-8 though. I think Emmanuel Sanders will be a huge loss for them. I know they didn't get him till kind of in the middle of the season, but I think he's a veteran receiver. With that, they're gonna be a completely young wide receiver core. Kyler Murray, like I said, I think he's gonna be very good this year, yo. The coach might surprise the NFL. I don't know, man. I don't know what old Philip got left in that holster, man. I don't know. I don't know what old Philip Rivers got left, man. If he do, then coach should be solid. I still like Tennessee a little better than them though. Thanksgiving game's gonna be great. Yeah, well, who that was? Dallas and I'm kind of tired of seeing Dallas and Washington on Thanksgiving every year. Houston and Detroit. I don't know. I don't know if those are great games. I guess what's the Thursday night game? Is it Baltimore Pittsburgh? I guess that's always a nice rivalry to watch. But I mean Dallas Washington. I mean I don't know. Washington ain't expected to be very good, and Houston and Detroit both going kind of struggle a little bit this year. So I don't know. It'll be fun to watch Deshaun Watson play. What's up, Malik Baker? Appreciate you tuning in. What's up, Mr. Dugas? Fly Eagles fly. That's right. Fly Eagles fly, yo. Tell Shannon Sharp that me and LeBron, he swear he the GOAT. Shannon love him some LeBron, man. He love him some LeBron, man. I get a kick out whenever LeBron will have a good game. He'll go in there with that little goat, man. Man. Look like he's struggling to breathe in that thing, man. But I mean, I gotta go with MJ, man. Simply, but 2011 is the difference. That's the difference. LeBron has had a great career, has done a lot. I just think Jordan gonna finish number one, man. Chandler, too bad your previous coach chose that other garbage can over Kyler Murray and let him walk. Yeah, man. Kyler Murray, yeah. Yeah, he was at A&M, man. Man, A&M had a lot of good quarterbacks over there, man. That just left. And they all seem to go elsewhere and do their thing, man. I didn't get a chance to watch your schedule prediction, but I got us winning more than 10 games, beating some of the top teams, beating Saints, Seahawks, and Ravens and 49ers. Ooh, well, I went over the schedule. I didn't quite make my predictions yet. I was gonna save that for like right when we get like the week right before the season started. But I actually the 49ers game might be a little tough, is prime time is on the West Coast, is on the road. They got a great defense. It could be a little tough, but I actually agree. I think we take care of the Saints at home. It's a December game. At home, we owe them one. Give Malcolm Jenkins his nice little warm up, similar to what we did B Dog back in what 2009, and then let him come out, celebrate him, and then kick the Broncos behind. I think this year we finally get to those Saints at home. I think we finally get to Seattle at home and Baltimore, yeah, at home with all these games at home. Assuming, of course, we have fans. Of that is, you know, I think we could win all three of those games also. Now, the 49er one is a little tough, but it wouldn't surprise me if we win because I do think they'll take a little bit of a step back this season. LeBron can take Knicks to the finals. I mean, he need another player over there. Like if he get like a Kyrie or somebody, hey, he probably could. What's up? Only one jerk. Jank, appreciate you tuning in. I was about to call you jerk, my bro. My bad. Only one Jake. What's going on, yo? Appreciate you tuning in. Why couldn't we just watch and enjoy the documentary without Brian being brung up? Well, I mean, you know how it is in society, man. Everybody that's been the long debate, Jordan versus LeBron. And you got the old Jordan pundits coming out. Yeah, you millennials, you after you watch this, you gonna see how great Jordan was, and you gonna understand LeBron ain't nowhere on this level. And all the millennials slash LeBron supporters are watching this and like, bruh, Jordan LeBron could have do all this stuff Jordan had to work with. So you knew that I knew that was coming, man. I knew that was coming like before it even started. You knew that was coming. What's up, Richard Hall? Appreciate you tuning in. What's up, Mr. D? Jordan left the sport for 2 years and came back and win three more chips. That's my take. That is pretty incredible, man. Well, technically a year and a half. The year he came back, they lost to the Orlando Magic. But then after that, they got Rodman in there, and like I said, they became one of the greatest teams ever. Um, I mean, I'm sure if LeBron left for like a year and a half to play, I don't know, base football or something, he would come back and still be really good. But Jordan, I get asked to Jordan, man, simply because Jordan wouldn't have went out like LeBron went out in 2011 of the finals, yo. Oh, by the way, what's up, Mr. Dugas? Shout out from North Kalak. My bad. I'm gonna probably say it wrong, man. I'm gonna probably say it wrong, man. Kalak, my bad. Hey, shout out to you, yo. Appreciate you tuning in, man. As always, yo. Trevon Diggs, the future cornerback for Dallas. It's a good draft pick considering you lost Byron Jones. But I mean, I don't know about Trevon Diggs, man. I seen Jamar Chase, LSU Tiger, light him up, in that LSU Alabama game, man. And I know Jamar Chase, as of now, for next season, gonna be the first receiver taken in the draft next year. He did that to Trevon Diggs, AJ Terrell, CJ Henderson. Like, he did that to pretty much almost all the good cornerbacks that went in this draft. But I think that we gonna see. He got a lot of athleticism to his game, but I don't know if he's a pure like lockdown corner type of guy. He's a guy that could make plays, like get interceptions and things of that nature. But I don't know if he's a great man to man lockdown type of corner. Let's see. LeBron could always make it to the finals, but couldn't win it until he went to the Heat and came back to the Cavs with K-Love, Kyrie Irving. Facing LeBron always needs elite players to help him. Now I'm gonna say this. I agree with you as far as LeBron, like Jordan always like gonna always be over LeBron. But I'm gonna say this in fairness to LeBron. Jordan had a hell of a team, man. I know, like people going, yeah. When you think about Scottie Pippen was like a guy that was extremely underrated to me. Scottie Pippen did a lot of the heavy loading as far as getting rebounds, getting assists, playing defense. Was an extreme superior athlete. Horace Grant for the first three was the junkyard dog doing all the dirty work, with on the boards. And the second three-peat, obviously Dennis Rodman played that role. So before Jordan kind of had Pippen and Rodman and all them, Like Jordan needed help too. Jordan would put up a whole lot. Now, granted, he didn't come up short in those games. It was basically because his teams wouldn't quite better than the teams he was playing. But Jordan had more help than people realize. Like LeBron before he went to the Heat, I mean, he had what? Like Mo Williams, who is okay at best. What Delonte West, before obviously all his personal situations. A old washed up Shaq, a old kind of washed up Zajunas Algauskis, a flopping Anderson Varejao, what a Boobie Gibson who had what a nice little playoff game against Detroit, Game 6 in the Eastern Conference Finals in 2007. And only thing I know about him since then is that he got married to Keisha Cole. Like besides that, I ain't hear nothing else about Boobie Gibson. A washed up Larry Hughes, like Jamario Moon, a washed up Antoine Jameson. Like to be fair to LeBron ain't had no players in Cleveland, man. Like I ain't gonna lie. Similar to what Jordan had in Chicago, before like Scottie Pippen and BJ Armstrong became who he was, and Horace Grant and Dennis Rodman and uh role players that could shoot the three like Paxson and Steve Kerr. Tony Kukoc was a really good international player. I mean, to be fair to LeBron, I'm gonna be fair to LeBron as far as like I think every great player needs like a great player. Like, I mean, Magic had James Worthy and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Larry Bird had Kevin McHale and Robert Parrish and Danny Ainge and all these guys. Kobe had Shaq. Kobe had the second time around Paul Gasol. Robert Big Shot Horry, Tim Duncan, David Robinson, Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili. I mean, you need help. You need help, yo. Even these NFL teams, like that's what I look at these great quarterbacks. Like these great quarterbacks need weapons. Like they need people to throw to. They need at least a okay defense and an offense. They need people that could get open. Like Mahomes had Travis Kelce, Tyreek Hill, Nickel Hardman, Sammy Watkins, Williams out the backfield. Look Tom Brady last year. Tom Brady didn't have nobody to throw to, and like he goes out in the wild card round. Aaron Rodgers in the NFC Championship didn't have nobody to throw to, but besides Devontae Adams. So Drew Brees, when they took away Michael Thomas, he ain't really had nobody to throw to. So I think to be fair to LeBron, I think like the difference with him and Jordan is that those players like went on Jordan team. Like they got drafted there or they signed with the Bulls. So the only thing LeBron had to leave to go play with those guys. So I'm gonna be fair to LeBron as far as like, it looks bad only because he went from team to team. But all those great players like needed great players to play with them though. So I ain't gonna get on them as much for that. As far as 2011, when you had a Dwayne Wade, when you had a Chris Bosh, you had the better team against the Dallas Mavericks, and you basically let Dirk come in there and just shut down shop. You know what I'm saying? That is the unforgivable thing when it comes to the GOAT discussion, in my opinion. The Eagles need to move on from Deshaun and Alshon. They both will get hurt again this season. After this year, yeah. After this season. Well, I wanted us to get rid of Alshon now. I'm not gonna lie to you. But I've kind of accepted the fact that they're gonna keep him around, But I'm good with Deshaun this year. Deshaun just got injured, man. When Deshaun is healthy with this team and this quarterback, Deshaun could put up big numbers. What I love that we did is we went and get a guy like a Marquise Goodwin, and a Jalen Reagor that if Deshaun is hurt again, those are guys that could kind of obviously they're not go. You don't think they'll be as good as Deshaun, but those are guys that could step into that role and take the top off the defense, especially Marquise Goodwin, who runs like what a 4.27, was an Olympic, sprinter. But I do definitely think that this year is the last season for both of them, though. A rift in Green Bay this season, possibly, very well, possibly, yo. I think like when I think about it, man, I think they did Aaron Rodgers wrong, man. Like I understand them wanting to hit lightning in the bottle again, like they did with Aaron Rodgers, drafting him when they still had Brett Favre trying to win games. But like in this situation, man, Green Bay was just in the NFC Championship game. You know, the year after they took the Packers took Aaron Rodgers, I think they lost at home. It was 2004, 2005. They lost at home to the Minnesota Vikings in the wild card game when the game when Randy Moss like wiped his behind on the goalpost. But so that kind of was different. But in this case, Green Bay was in the NFC Championship game. Now, I do think they overachieved. I don't think that they had a great team, necessarily. But like they could have got Aaron Rodgers another wide receiver, yo. Like they could have got him another wide receiver. They could have got him another tight end, like something. And for them to go get this guy in the first round, I mean, I just think that it was a little bit, it was a disservice to Aaron Rodgers. And unlike Brett Favre they both kind of are like stubborn, kind of type of players. But I know this ain't gonna sit well with Aaron Rodgers, man. He need weapons. Davante Adams is his only reliable wide receiver, and they take this guy in the first round. Like it gotta make him very upset, yo. So I think they will be somewhat of a rip in Green Bay this year. Didn't know Rico was from Louisiana. Yeah, I forgot. I think it was. What's the name of that high school he played for? It'll come to me, man. I forgot the name of that high school. Man, if somebody know the high school, let me know. Was it Red River or something like that? But yeah, he definitely Louisiana native, yo. Big time. He was a big time basketball recruit. I remember hearing about him when he was a freshman. The Saints will have a great record, but will get beat in the playoffs. They seem to always do that, yo. I was arguing with Saints fans last week, man, and like I'm telling you, bro, like I'm a Louisiana guy, so obviously I don't want to feel that way. My dad is a diehard Saints fan. But man, like lately, honestly, especially today with the whole Michael Thomas, Devontae Parker Twitter beef, like I told people, man, like I told one of my coworkers who's a Saints fan. I said, bro, the 2009 Saints Super Bowl winning team was a much more likable team than this one. Like, I get it, they was doing Bounty Gate and all that stuff. But when you think about a younger Drew Brees, a Sean Payton who hasn't quite established himself yet as a great coach, you think about guys like Marcus Colston, who was just extremely humble, Jeremy Shockey, who was the life of the party, Pierre Thomas, an undrafted guy, Reggie Bush, who was a highly recruited guy, but Reggie was a likable guy, God rest his soul. Will Smith was a quiet, really solid pass rusher. Jonathan Vilma was a likable guy. Devery Henderson, Louisiana, Opelousas, Louisiana native. Tracy Porter, Port Allen, Louisiana native. Darren Sharper, obviously, before all the nonsense that he was doing, we found out he would do. Before that, he was a likable guy. I mean, Roman Harper. I mean, they was a likable team. This team, man, you got guys like Kamara up there saying we would have beat such and such if it wasn't for this miracle. I know Ingram ain't there no more, but Ingram always popped off at the mouth. Cam Jordan always out there complaining and crying about something. Like Sean Payton complaining and crying about stuff. And like now you got Michael Thomas, man. They asked Devontae Parker a question and he gave his answer. Like, who was more difficult, catching a pass on Gilmore or covering Michael Thomas? So Parker, for one, is going to show respect to his division opponent, and for two, he's going to acknowledge the fact that give himself credit for having a really good game against Gilmore. So he's going to say A. And I don't understand why Michael Thomas took such offense to that. Like, I mean, it's not that serious, man. And he up there just use it as a moment to just gloat and let people know how great he was. But I'm like, dude, like you great, don't get me wrong. But like, let's keep it 100. Like when you played the Rams, Akeem Talib shut you down in the NFC Championship. When you played the Vikings last year, you didn't do anything. Like yeah, you bought out on my Eagles fit string defensive backs in the playoff, but like you didn't do nothing against these guys, yo. So at the end of the day, man, like hey, like those guys they keep coming up short. And like it is what it is, man. So yeah, I agree. They gonna go there and fall short again. That's if Tom Brady don't take over that division. The Eagles defense is trash and can't stop anybody. But it's funny, we such trash and can't stop anybody. But we held your prolific Cowboys offense to 9 points when the NFC East was on the line. So what that says about your quarterback that wants what 30 something $40 million a year. Like you gotta think about stuff before you say it, bro. Our defense stopped Dak from scoring a single TD. So what that? There you go. There you go. If I would have read that before Lenny D, I wouldn't even say it. I'd have been like, look at my boy Lenny D. Comment that. Yeah, exactly. Like if we such trash, like why y'all only scored 9 points with the division on the line? Like what that say about y'all? FYI, Texas A&M is coming off a 7-5 regular season and have a mediocre recruiting class for 2020, and they think they're coming out to win in the West. Poor Jimbo. I tell you what, you right, man. A&M has been blowing a lot of smoke lately, man. I've been seeing that. Like they just all I've been hearing is, A&M gonna be the LSU of 2020. Watch out, Kellen Mond and Jimbo. The schedule easier. Like, dude. You still got to play LSU. You still got to play Alabama. I think, yeah, in Tuscaloosa. You still got to play Auburn, who's been kicking you behind. You still got to play all these teams, yo. Like, you in the SEC West. So it's like the schedule ain't going to just be easy like that. You would think Ole Miss is going to be improved. You would think Mississippi State going to be improved. I know Arkansas kind of struggling a little bit, but all the rest of those teams have a chance to beat you. Like LSU, Bama, Auburn, Ole Miss, Mississippi State all have a legit chance to beat A&M this season. Not saying they all will, but they all have a shot. I would not be surprised if any of those teams beat A&M this season. So, like, I don't know where all this A&M about to be the LSU of last year. And by the way, LSU before the championship season, we was what 10-3. And we won the New Year's Six Bowl. We beat UCF in the Fiesta Bowl. We had a little more momentum than a 7-5. What they played in the Holiday Bowl or something like that against Oklahoma State. So yeah, I agree with that. Cowboys going 12-4. Eagles 8-8. Y'all say that every year. Like we definitely will miss Malcolm Jenkins. We will. This year I think gonna be a little tough. I'm gonna say this though. I really like Kayvon Wallace, yo. I know a lot of people. Jalen. I don't think Jalen Mills is gonna be great at safety. I don't think he's gonna be awful. But I don't think he's gonna be great. But I think Kayvon Wallace this year is gonna start getting groomed, to take over that Malcolm Jenkins role because that guy can line up anywhere, man. He can line up in the slot. He can line up deep safety. He could rush the passer. He could play against the run. He could drop back against the pass. Like, I think he is going to eventually be our Malcolm Jenkins replacement. So this year going to be a little tough as far as the safety, position. But, I think we'll be in solid hands with Wallace going forward, yo. I really like that draft pick a lot. I miss Jenks too, but he was old, and now Mills is officially playing the position he played in college, and that we drafted him to be. That's a safety. Yeah, Mills did play safety at LSU. He did okay. He was injured his last season. He had broke his leg, and then he came back in the middle of the season and did solid. He started off at LSU as a corner also, which he had a very good freshman year, playing along guys like Eric Reed and Darryl Simon. Who else we had back there in that secondary? Uh, who else was back there? Craig Lawson. He did solid, but then after that, sophomore year struggled. Then they move him over to safety, and then he did, okay. So yeah, he does have a little versatility as far as he played corner and safety over there at LSU. So obviously, I think he gonna be comfortable playing safety. But I do think Kayvon Wallace will eventually, be our starting safety. Who will Alabama starting QB? Well, who will Alabama starting QB to a little brother transfer to Maryland? I think it's gonna be Mac Jones. I know it's a lot of hype around Bryce Young, but I think especially with these guys not being able to practice, without us not having spring ball and all that, I think that's gonna hurt Bryce Young as far as being ready to take over the reins of that offense. So I think at least early on, unless Mac Jones just stinks up the joint, I think it's gonna be Mac Jones. And yeah, Tua little bro. I knew that was gonna happen, man. Like I did not see him ever starting the game at Alabama, yo. I figured like as soon as Tua get out of there, he gonna get out of there. Cause it's like, I mean, I don't know if he gonna be that great, man, honestly. And all with all this talk about Bryce Young, I knew that, he wasn't gonna stay around just to let, Bryce Young basically pass him up on the depth chart. Is Mike Vick a first ballot Hall of Famer? No, he's not. Love Mike Vick, but I don't think he's a first ballot Hall of Famer. If a Hall of Famer at all, to be honest with you. Lenny D, Jalen Mills is Jeff Heath. There you go. Hey, y'all won division titles with Jeff Heath, so why we can't win with Jalen Mills then? Mac Jones for now. He's already proven he could play, but if for whatever reason craps the bed, Bryce Young, that's the kid. The higher recruit than Tua will take over. Yeah, basically what I just said. But I agree with that. I definitely think it's gonna be Mac Jones early on, which he showed a little. I know people get on him for the two interceptions against Auburn, which I think the pick six was a horrible throw by him. Just a not a bad decision, just a ball that sailed on him. And the pick six on the back of Najee Harris is behind, I just think was a lot of bad luck. But that kid showed a lot of poise, man. Driving down the end and getting that team in position. Auburn had a really good defense, by the way, too, man. Auburn is the only defense last year that I'm gonna say kinda, even though we had 500 yards and it was a wet field, but they still kinda had held LSU a little bit in check, way more than anybody did last season. So definitely our lowest point total. So I definitely think that and he showed a lot of poise, getting that team in position, and the kicker just missed the field goal. So I think he got a lot of momentum riding into this season for them. Jalen Mills was Jeff Heath at cornerback, but we haven't seen him play safety yet, besides in college. Yeah, like Jalen Mills was. Y'all know I never liked him at corner. Like I'm still amazed that we did give up 500 yards. I'm still amazed that we won a Super Bowl with him basically being the starting cornerback the whole year. That was amazing, man, by us. What's up, KB Brown? Appreciate you tuning in. How are you doing, Mr. Dugas? Now that the last dance is over, do you think the Bulls would have won a seventh title in the 98-99 season, sir? Woo, that's a great question. Great question. Never really thought about that like that. Whew. Uh, we assuming the whole team would have stayed together. Like they would have kept everybody from that 98 team. Man, that's a great question. Cause Indiana was really good the following year. I know they lost. The Knicks went on a magical run. It was the A seed, knocked my heat off in the first round. Don't remind me, Allen Houston. um, so the Knicks had a lot of talent, but then Ewing got hurt. Yeah, Indiana was pretty good again. Went to the Eastern Conference Finals. Who took them to seven the year before. It was a lockout season, shortened season. The Spurs obviously won it all out the West. Man, that's a great question, man. If I had to put money on it, if I had to bet, and the Bulls were the exact same team, you know what? It's gonna sound controversial, man, but I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no, yo. I think they would have fell short. I think they would have fell short, man. I think I know Scotty played a couple of more years after that. He played with Houston one year, and then he played with Portland a couple of years on some decent Portland teams. Um, I know Mike obviously still had it in him. If they assuming they kept Phil also. Man, I'ma say no, man. I'ma say I think Indiana would have got him in '99, man. Like Indiana was so close to getting him in '98, yo. Was so close to getting him in '98. And if they come, Indiana was coming back with the same team, and the Bulls would have been a year older. I think Indiana would have got him in '99, man. Of course, assuming that the Knicks wouldn't have get Indiana first. So I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no, and I know a lot of people gonna disagree with that, but I'm gonna say no, yo. Will Joe Burrow be a bust? Because I got that feeling, Mr. Dugan. I think Jambalaya, and I'm not just saying this because I'm an LSU guy, but I think Jambalaya Joe gonna be solid, man. Just simply because I know Cincinnati was horrible last year. Obviously, they had the number one pick in the draft, but I think they got a lot more talent than normal like number one overall pick type of situations. When you consider the fact AJ Green is back, you assume if he stays healthy, Joe Mixon is a very good running back. They're getting that offensive lineman from Alabama who missed all of last year, their first round pick. He coming back to help kind of solidify that offensive line. They drafted T. Higgins to go him and AJ Green will be a nice little 1-2 punch. Tyler Boyd is a good receiver in the slot. I'm not sure about their tight end position like that. I know they lost Eifert. I don't know if they who I really don't know who their tight ends are. And defensively, they still got Geno Atkins. They added a guy like Trey Waynes, a couple of other little pieces. I think he's gonna be. I think he's gonna be fine. Now, will they win a Super Bowl? I don't know if I'm gonna go as far as to say all that during his tenure over there, but I think he's gonna be just fine simply because they're gonna have nice weapons over there for him to work with. Redskins offense going to be top five worst. Yeah, I agree. I don't think the Redskins going to have a. I think they got potentially to be a very good defense, but I think offensively they're going to wet the bed, yo. What's up, LGRW? Appreciate you tuning in. Sub G tightens up. You right, A&M has nice QB they produce. Tannehill, go. Yeah, I forgot all about Ryan Tannehill, man. The Tannehill that LSU intercepted 5 times, in the Cotton Bowl and what that was, 2010, 2011. I was amazed that Tannehill was a top 10 pick in that draft, man. That was just I don't know. That sometimes I just wonder who be scouting these guys, man. Now, granted, he doing okay now in Tennessee. He doing okay now, but in Miami, man, like it just really he had that one year where he was okay when they was going to the playoffs. But I still was amazed that he was a top 10 pick coming off of that performance against LSU. But hey, that's y'all guy now. He led y'all to the AFC championship game. So hey, we gonna see he got his contract. We gonna see how he do over there, yo. What's up, Larry Lafitte? Appreciate you tuning in, yo. What's going on? The NFC wildcard teams in trouble with Brady and Gronk being over there, and LSU need to stay away from Alabama recruiting. Y'all stole Flott from us. Looks like he ready. Yeah, man, I like Flott a lot, man. Got some. I know a lot of people felt like Elias Ricks, the big time 5-star freshman coming in, would have been the opposite corner on the other side of Derek Stingley. But I think Flock is the guy, man. I think Flock gonna be the opposite side corner, and I like him a lot, yo. And nah, man, like, hey, I also back in the day, Quan Alexander from Alabama, another really good LSU player. And if Peter Parrish could go to class, I think Peter Parrish could end up being a decent quarterback. But I mean, that's for all them years, man. Alabama coming in Louisiana, man. Landon Collins and, just what last year, Ishmael Schuster. Devontae Smith, who's going to be Alabama's best receiver this season. Irv Smith back in the day. A lot of great players. Alabama guy from the state of Louisiana, man. So it's about time we return to flavor with favor, yo. And yes, you're right, man. It's gonna be very fun to see how Tom Brady and those and Gronk and those guys fare in the much tougher NFC, yo. With all those weapons, it's gonna be a fun season, you know. Lord willing, everything clears up and gets back to normal. What's worse, being a Texas A&M fan or a Cowboys fan? They both are pretty terrible, but I'm gonna say A&M because at least Dallas, even though it's been like over a quarter century, like at least Dallas has some success, that they could lead on. I don't think A&M really had any type of success like that in their history as far as the last 30 plus years or whatever. So they both are terrible, but I think an A&M fan is worse, yo. What's up, boys for life? Appreciate you tuning in. With y'all having 14 wide receivers on y'all roster. Man, with y'all having 14, how many do y'all expect to keep it? Y'all got jokes over there, man. Y'all got jokes, man. I see you. Y'all got jokes, bruh. Uh, it's tough. I think obviously we keep Alshon, we keep Deshaun. I be forgetting about Greg Ward, man. Like when I talk about the receiver, I be forgetting that we still got Greg Ward over there holding it down in the slot. It's gonna be tough, man. Cause I actually like what's his face, man? Dang, man, I forgot this guy's name, man. The one from Southern Miss we took in the sixth round. I actually like him a lot, man. But like I said, Alshon, Deshaun, Ward. You would think if Goodwin is healthy, we gonna keep Goodwin. Hightower. Well, they gonna keep Ortega Whiteside just because they don't want to give up on him yet. So I think those are the six that the Eagles keep, and I think they try to put my guy from Southern Miss. They try to keep him on the practice squad, just for whenever Alshon is gone or Deshaun. They're gonna try to stash a couple of those guys probably with a phantom injury, to put them on IR or to keep them away from waivers or something like that to kind of basically redshirt them for whenever Alshon and Deshaun are gone next season. But I think that's the six that we gonna roll with, yo. Just make sure y'all got enough corners to cover all of them. Like, just make sure of that. You're covering your microphone, bro. My bad, man. I got that habit, bad, man. I'm gonna have to get one of them things that I'm gonna have to get a stand or something I can keep my phone on because I got that habit bad, yo. Eagles 10-6. My prediction tied with Daniel Jones for first in the division. Ooh, so you like the Giants coming into this year? I see. I'll tell you what, they should be better, man. I make fun of Daniel Jones. I know he turns over the ball a lot, but I think Daniel Jones has potential to be okay. Saquon Barkley obviously is amazing. They got a good receiving core. Uh, Excuse me. Well, the thing they got Bradbury, but now they got this issue with Baker going on, so we don't know what's gonna happen with that. They drafted Xavier McKinney, a good safety out of Alabama, so they should be better defensively. I could see them being better, but I don't know about tying us for the division. Though we'll see. We'll definitely see. Out of the four receivers we had, Devontae Smith has by far the best hands. Also, the only receiver that really took Stingley to school despite losing the game. I will completely agree with you on that. I went back and obviously I watched the game, but I've been going back lately, just going back and look at film, just to see in certain things. Like when you watch the game again, you notice things that you probably never really paid attention to. And I agree about Devontae Smith 1,000% with his hands, his natural ability to catch the ball. It looks like he's gliding. Don't look like he's even, the only thing I worry about with him is he seems very slender. Like, so I think with him to go to the next level, I think he's gonna have to put on a little more weight to bulk up a little bit. But as far as a natural receiver, he's very, very good, yo. And you right about with Stingley. He did a lot better against Stingley than I originally thought. Like when I watched the game again, I know I remember the play when he ran down the field and Stingley was looking over at the sideline for the first touchdown. And the second touchdown, he got behind him. Yo, I know Stingley fell, but he did beat him on that route. And there was a bunch of other routes, a fourth down play, another pass down the side. Devontae Smith really did get the best of Stingley that day. I must honestly admit, man. At first I didn't really I kept thinking about the Van Jefferson drive against Florida when I was at that game when the first drive of the third quarter. But Devontae Smith was the only wide receiver all year that actually kind of took it to Stingley, man. Actually had got the better of Stingley that day. As an LSU fan, I gotta admit that, yo. Mr. Dugai, do you think the Cleveland Browns, aka LSU North, will get to the playoffs this year? They are LSU North, man. Now we're getting Grant Delpit and Jacob Phillips over there. The playoffs, they got a chance. Yeah, I think, you know what? With New England, you would think taking a step back with Brady being gone. Let's see who else they got. Whoever wins the AFC East, obviously. You got Kansas City. You got Baltimore. You got, Tennessee and potentially the Colts. Deshaun Watson is miraculous this year, Houston, but I don't see it. Uh, with the extra playoff team, I'm gonna go ahead and say Cleveland makes the playoff this year as a wild card. I think they get in. Ruggs is the fastest, Judy is the best route runner, and Waddle is the shiftiest, all great at everything though. Yeah, those guys were a fearsome force, man. They was very, very, very nice, yo. Let's see. Let's see. All right, y'all. Let me try to get to a couple of people I didn't get a chance to talk to. What's up, Volunteer Road Show? Appreciate you tuning in, yo. What's going on, bro? If this my boy Bobby, hey, appreciate you tuning in, man. Hope everything going well on your end, yo. What's up, Mr. Dugai? Hey, just hanging in there, man. Hanging in there, man. Really, really good to hear from you, Bobby. Really, really good, yo. Let's see. Somebody else I didn't. Let me see. Sorry, y'all. What's up, Joshua Steen? Appreciate you tuning in. Hey, Mr. Dugai, do you want the Kelly Green jerseys back as alternates? Yes. Yes, I do, man. I'm surprised we don't wear those jerseys more often, man. What's up, Big Pain? Appreciate you tuning in. These defenders in this era, like Kawhi Leonard, are better than 90s defenders since they have to play defense without hand checking. If you allow Kawhi to hand check, it's over. I will agree with that, yo. I will definitely agree with that, yo. It is a little tougher nowadays. What up, Brandon Reese? Appreciate you tuning in. What up, Mr. Dugai? Did you hear that Aaron Rodgers is upset about them drafting Jordan Love? Don't be surprised if he ends up leaving Green Bay. Yeah, I did see that, yo. And I think that is a turmoil type of situation. I think they did him wrong, man. I understand you wanting to set yourself up like they did drafting him when they had Brett Favre. But I mean, you in the NFC Championship game. Like, get him another wide receiver. He clearly could still play at a high level, yo. You ain't see the New Orleans Saints trading up to draft Drew Brees' replacement in the first round. What they did, they added an offensive lineman and they signed Emmanuel Sanders. So like they trying to win while he's still over there, yo. What's up, Eagles? Be rocking. Appreciate you tuning in. Yo, what's good, brother and squad? Hey, everything good on my end, yo. Hope everything going on well with you, yo. What's up? I'm JM Ruiz. Appreciate you tuning in. What's up, my brother? Much love to all. Fly Eagles, fly. Stay safe, y'all. Hey, y'all stay safe also, yo. What's up, K Young James 3? Appreciate you tuning in. Hot take, Aaron Rodgers to New England. Hey, after this season, maybe so. It's possible, yo. But all right, y'all, man. I gotta run, man. I apologize, man. If I didn't get a chance to get to your question, comment, man. You could leave it on the video once the video upload, Or for everyone, or if you have my Facebook or my Instagram, you could DM me on there, and whenever I get a little chance to check it out, I'll respond to it on there, yo. But thank y'all all again, man, for tuning in, yo. I love doing this every Tuesday. It's been amazing. It's been a blast. Everybody stay safe out there. I know different parts of the country are starting to open up a little bit. And I know other parts are still pretty bad. But wherever you at in the country or the world or whatever, man, y'all stay safe. Be careful, and hopefully we get through this thing, man, and we could get back to watching live sports again, man, so we could, start talking about that again, yo. But in the meantime, man, like I said, if I didn't get a chance, to get to your question or comment, leave it on the video when it posts. Or if you got my social media, DM me on social media, and I'll get back at y'all as soon as I could, yo. But in the meantime, man, y'all stay safe. Stay tuned for the videos throughout the week. And Lord willing, I'll talk to y'all again next Tuesday at the same time, yo. Y'all have a blessed one. Fly Eagles, fly. Go Tigers.